Okay, we're ready for math today, being Tuesday, April 21st. Today for math, you will need speed drill 137, like this. You need pages 273 to 274 out of your math book. Today is a review. We will have a math test tomorrow. So today will be a review to make sure you understand what will be covered on your test tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started with our speed drill. Lesson 137, right here. You have round to the nearest dollar. And you have 2 minutes. Let me grab my timer. And you may begin. You have about 30 seconds. Okay, time is up. If you'll just, let's go through the paper quickly. I want to go over the answers with you so that you can see if you're on the right track here. Round to the nearest dollar. I'm just going to go straight down. $7, $50, $10, $14, $8, $7, $24. And please be sure that you're putting your decimal and dollar sign there. All right, so let's go ahead and go right into our review. Let's grab page 273 to 274. Let's start by highlighting the areas that you'll need to be sure that you understand for tomorrow for our test. All right, so let's look. Number 1, of course, you know you're going to have some follow the signs. So go ahead and star or highlight number 1. Number 2, you will have story problems tomorrow. Very similar to the ones you have there, 2-step and then a measurement equation. So number 1, number 2. Let's go ahead and look over on page 274. Highlight number 4. You will have some divide problems with writing your remainder as a fraction. Now, don't be confused by this. Number 4A does have a remainder to be written as a fraction, but B does not have a remainder. So when you do B today, you need to check B, but there will be no remainder there. Highlight number 5, you need to know your Roman numerals there. On your test tomorrow, you will have to write, they'll give you the Roman numerals, and you'll write the Arabic numbers. Please be sure you know the value of D, 500. Also be sure you know L, which was 50. Okay, so D 500, L 50. M, I told you I didn't mind being 1,000 years old, but not 10,000. So M is 1,000, and C is 100. Okay. And just be sure that you're following our rules about, when you have a lesser value in front of a larger value that you subtract there. Just remember we said to go through and write your amounts above your letters and then just isolate if you have smaller numbers. All right. I think let's go over one that we had on our sheet yesterday. Let's do number 6E. It was X, L, I'll just do the I like it is in your book there. X, L, I. Okay. So what is the value of X? Is 10. What's the value of L? 50. And the value of I is 1. Now you know when you see a smaller value, that's 10, in front of a larger value, that's 50, that you need to isolate this, and this becomes 40. 40 plus 1 equals 41. So that value would be 41 there. So be careful with those. It's perfectly fine to use your strategy of writing your values across the top. And then you can add if they're all larger. Any smaller in front of larger, make sure you subtract. Okay, you'll need to highlight number 6, round to the nearest dollar. You'll need number 7, reduce to the lowest term. Now remember, reduce doesn't mean to just write the number in the blank. Reduce means to actually divide both the numerator and the denominator by that common factor. Okay? Or denominator, excuse me. Number 8, solve the measurement equation. You'll need to make sure you have one of those. You'll know how to bring down the ounces and then solve. Number 9, I would like for you to do that there, but you don't have one of those on your test tomorrow. And at the bottom, the homework, you only have to do number 2. You don't have to write the 11 table on another sheet of paper. All right, so there is one more thing I would like to go over with you for your test tomorrow. If you want to just look up here for a second, this shouldn't be anything that is new to you. Finding the fractional part of a whole number. Let's say we had 1/3 of 22. And it says to find the fractional part. Now we know that 22 is not on our 3 multiplication table. 21 is, but not 22. So you would take 22, divide it by 3. How close can we get without going over? 21. 3 times what gives us 21? 7. 7 times 3 equals 21. We subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. But the directions say find the fractional part. Remember, we have to write our fraction. 1 is our numerator. 3 is our denominator. So 1/3 of 22 equals 7 1/3. You have to have that mixed number there. That's the fractional part. Remember, a fraction is a part of a whole. Okay, so make sure you have your mixed number there. Okay. If you have any questions about any of these, please feel free to let me know. Just make sure that tomorrow on your test, make sure you use your tables, write them. Don't guess, okay? So just be sure you have your tables ready for tomorrow. And I don't see any that we would need to go over particularly, but if you're struggling with one, just, have someone contact me and we'll get it worked out. So today you need to complete page 273 and 274. Make sure you have number 1, 2, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8 highlighted, that you feel comfortable doing those tomorrow. Okay, so that's our math lesson for today, and we'll be ready for language.